Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. Hope you're all doing very well. Got a few minutes before I start work tonight, so I thought I'll do a little video for you. And the big question on everybody's lips is, have the wheels fallen off at Manchester City? She saw the game on Tuesday night against Feyenoord. City were 3-0 up and ended up 3-3. It was only about 14-15 minutes to go at the end, and we chucked it away. Another, to be honest, at the end, a very woeful display. And it's something I've been saying since last season. I've been saying it again and again and again. And last season, actually, I think we got away with it. We really did get away with it when we got the hammer down towards the end of the season. Because I remember when I was chatting with Bernard and we were doing our score predictions before games, pretty much sure that for almost every single game, I was going 3-1 City. For a lot of them, I was always giving the opposition a goal because we were letting goals in. We were conceding far too often. And far too easily. And I think Bernard, he did pretty much the same as well. We were always giving opposition teams a goal, especially away from home. Even at Etihad, it didn't feel as if it was the fortress that it used to be. And I think this is a big issue. And we saw again against Feyenoord. We've seen in this terrible run we've been on, our defence has been awful. I mean, we lost a couple of games, okay? I think the Spurs League Cup game and was it Bournemouth in the league? And I looked at the fixtures, I said, we could easily lose 6 games on the bounce here. You know, actually, I'd forgotten about the Feyenoord game. I hadn't seen that when I was looking through the upcoming games. And the other day I joked that, we could be losing 7. And Tuesday night, we tried our best to lose 6 games on the bounce. And, Liverpool game this weekend, everybody's fearing that's going to be a pace in the way we're playing at the moment. We could get absolutely caned. You can look at those last 6 games. Defensively, we've been awful. We've conceded 17 goals in 6 games. Ridiculous. We've lost 5 and fortunate to draw 1 because, Feyenoord had a few minutes to really kick us. They'd already kicked us in the knackers to get a couple more boots into the knackers, and they could have beaten us on Tuesday night. So terrible from City. So what's been going wrong? Well, obviously, one of the big things, we've got a few injuries. Rodri's a big miss. We hardly lost a game when Rodri was playing, and since Rodri's been out, the games he missed last season and this season, we've been getting battered. And we've lost leaders. Obviously Rodri's not there in the middle of the park. We've been missing KDB for several weeks. We're missing Ruben Dias, and people, not just me, other people have said we've got leaders all over the pitch. And those are the 3 main guys. And let's be honest, other people haven't stepped up. They've gone into the shells. As I said, defensively, we've been terrible. Gvardiol's been horrible last couple of games. But he's not great all the time as a defender. And I don't see why people haven't seen this. It's something I commented on. People I've been very positive about him because he scored goals and he's been a bit dangerous going forwards. But defensively, come on, we've got to shut up shop a little bit at times. You'd have thought against Feyenoord 3-0 up, you wouldn't chuck it away. And Pep made some substitutions and didn't work. We chucked it away again. But lots of other things are going on. So we've got leaders missing. We've got players missing, obviously. The quality of players like Ruben Dias, like Rodri, that are missing. That's really tough to handle. Gundogan coming back hasn't worked. It's like he's aged 3 or 4 years since he was away just for 1 season. I think we missed him a lot early on last season. So I was glad he came back, but he doesn't look like the player that he was when he left. So things are going on with recruitment. Alvarez left, and actually we were glad to take the money. He's not doing too bad at Atletico Madrid, and we've got no one to replace Haaland or take his, give him a rest. Lots of things. Haaland. And this is something people don't want to really mention. I mean, it's something I picked on last season, even the season before. At times, he's too I can't even say it. He's too wasteful. He's not taking good chances in games. That Spurs game that we got battered 4-0. He had 2 good chances to score. I think he should have scored with one of them, at least one. The one on his right foot, which he ballooned wide. The one on his left foot, which he hit to the near post where Vicario was basically. If he did it to the other side, it's a goal. he's got to, I'm sorry, but he's got to be scoring one of those 2 chances. And there's been other games where, we might have taken a lead and we've got chances to get to a second and a third, and we've not taken it, and teams have come back. I think the Sporting game, I think that was the same. We could have gone further ahead. We did it, and they came back and battered us. We've been taking too many batterings. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's, as I said, I feel there's lots of little things that have combined and contributed to the problem we've got. Is Pep jaded? I've got to ask. The players listening to him. This contract saga. He's come out and signed that contract. We're all really chuffed. Well, most of us are really chuffed that he signed that contract extension, but it's not worked. I thought that would give us the fillip, that would give us a bounce, like Liverpool got with Liverpool got a funny kind of bounce last season when Klopp said he was leaving, and it seemed to push the players on. When Ferguson, if you go back 12, 13 years, whatever, when he said he was leaving, United was struggling, and then he said, no, I've changed my mind, I'm going to stay, and they bounced back. I think they won the league that season. So I thought Pep saying that he's going to stay on was going to make the difference, but there's a lot, as I said, a lot going on. Players are getting older. Gundogan's in his 30s, KDB's in his 30s, all right, he's not been around. Walker's rubbish at the moment, he's in his 30s. We're an aging side. Bernardo doesn't look like the player he was. Are people tired? I don't know. Foden, not like the player he was last season. He won player of the season, not just at City, but Premier League player of the season last season. So he's fallen, I won't say off a cliff, but he's certainly not the player he was. So much is going on, and Pep, I don't know, I don't think he's going to bite the bullet. If you remember that first season when Pep joined us, I think we won the first 10 games on the bounce in League and UEFA Cup or Champions League or whatever we were, and League Cup. I think we won the first 10 games on the bounce, and then we struggled. We fell off a cliff, and we really struggled to get to into the top 4. I don't think, well, I hope we're not in that same situation, but look how we did at the start of the season. We were doing really, really well, and we've just fallen off a cliff. Really have. And losing those 3 league games on the bounce, we could have closed the door on Arsenal. I'm not saying we should have won them all, but Arsenal now 1 point behind us. If we'd got, for argument's sake, a win and a draw there, we'd be 5 points ahead, and it's tough for Arsenal. Liverpool 8 points clear. Those 4 points would have been 4 points clear, for argument's sake, but still, that game against them at Anfield is looming large. We lose that, I just can't see us win the league. It's not defeatist, it's not anything else like that. 11 points back. Look, we can still do it. We can still win it. But if you've just lost 6 out of your last 7 games, you're in a terrible run of form. Liverpool are on a high. You're 11 points behind. Yes, you've got a ton of games to go. 2/3 of the season or whatever still to go. But the form we're in, I just can't see it. Us making up 11 points on Liverpool, the way they're playing, the way we're playing. I don't know what to say, guys. It's a tough old time. We find out what people are made of. And at the moment, City are very, very brittle. Once Feyenoord were given a goal on Tuesday night, you could just see them scoring again. And once they got that second, we were all over the place. Defending was horrific. Edison was poor. Gvardiol was poor. Everybody. I mean, even I'm going back to Gundogan in the Spurs game. I remember Maddison was going in for that header, and Gundogan was with him. And I think he told Stones to take him. But Stones was on the back foot. He was backpedaling, and Maddison was racing through. Stones just couldn't turn around and take control of that situation. He just didn't have the time. And for me, it should have been Gundogan, because Maddison was sprinting in. Gundogan could have tried to go with him. I just think passing him off to Stones, whether it was lazy from Gundogan, whether it was an error of judgment, it was poor and it cost us. But, as I said, defensively we've been terrible, and something's got to change, and I hope that whatever changes, it'd be great to have it against Liverpool, but guys, I'm slightly worried at the moment, Right, guys, got to shoot, got to start work, and I hope you guys are doing well. If you do like the videos, nice to give a thumbs up and a subscribe. I will do a couple more videos. I'm going to do something soon on the 115 charges and my considered thoughts about them. So it'd be nice if you can hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. We'll see you around, Blues.